Hello, I'm Tammy Allgood with the Tennessee Department of Agriculture, and I've got a wine treat for you today. We're going to make some marinated melon slices using Tennessee wine. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that because the syrup needs to go ahead and boil and then cool. Okay, so we're going to start with some Tennessee wine. I'm going to use a muscadine white wine for this, a cup. Just use any white wine that you've got on hand, but it needs to be on the sweet to semi-sweet side to work for this recipe. Okay, so we've added the wine, about a cup. Then I'm going to add 1/4 of a cup of banana liqueur. If you don't have banana liqueur, you can add orange or even cherry liqueur to this recipe. All right, now we're going to add a weird secret ingredient, which is a teaspoon of thawed orange juice concentrate. We're going to add 1 cinnamon stick to this mixture, and I'm going to add a pretty nice slice of fresh peeled ginger to the mixture. Leave it whole, don't slice it up. Okay, and then of course some sugar. That's 1/2 cup of regular granulated sugar, and then a dash of extract. Now I'm going to use orange extract for this. You can use vanilla, almond, banana would be great for this, any one that you want. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. We've got this over high heat, and basically what you have to do, you have to stir this. Sugar, when it sits in the bottom of a pan like that, sometimes doesn't move. So you want to completely dissolve the sugar in this, so agitation's necessary for that. So you're just going to keep stirring, stirring, stirring until you can feel with the spoon that the sugar has dissolved. When it's dissolved, you're going to let this alone. Let it come to a boil, let it boil for about 3 minutes, and then set it off the heat to cool. Okay? So we're going to pretend that this has already this is already boiled, and we're going to set this aside, and that's going to cool to room temperature. Okay? All right, now let's get our cantaloupe ready. So what we're going to do is we've got 1 whole cantaloupe that just happens to be in season right now, and it's a whole lot easier to slice and peel cantaloupe when it's in wedges. So after you've cut it in wedges and scooped out the seeds, just come along the edge and slice the peel off of that. Okay? And then what you're going to do is put this in a pretty large pan, such as this one, so that as much of the cantaloupe slices as possible are on the bottom in a good single layer. Okay? Now, if you've not got a lot of time to do this recipe, you can chop up the cantaloupe and then it will macerate or marinate quicker. Okay, so what we're going to do is pour our syrup back over this after it is cooled. Then we're going to put this in the refrigerator and let it sit overnight or up to 24 hours, no longer. Then serve it with the wine that you used in the recipe, and you've got a great brunch recipe for your guests. Join me at the Toast of Jackson Fine Art and Wine Festival on Saturday, July the 26th from 1 till 6 p.m.